again, folks. Jaybird here with another lawn video. It is Tuesday, January 8th, 2019. Happy New Year. Good way to get the new year started is to have a lawn video. So I'm gonna do them this year. I'm actually gonna do them. I'm not gonna do them all winter, but thought this would be a good video to talk about my 2019 lawn goals. I have five goals for 2019. Number one goal, grass. Grass. If the grass doesn't look good, nothing else matters. Gotta have that grass looking good. So the way to do that is to keep the soil and the grass healthy and looking good. And that means green. The other thing I'm gonna do is annihilate the Bermuda from the front yard. I gotta annihilate that Bermuda. So what are the solutions? How am I gonna do this number one goal? Number one thing is to follow a schedule. Gotta have a schedule to apply all these great lawn products that I'm gonna buy. So for the front yard, the grass, I gotta make this green. I gotta make it look healthy. All of this needs to be treated and it needs to look good because it's the front yard. It's what everybody thinks about that needs to be looking good. And right here by the driveway is where the Bermuda is worse. Bermuda loves that heat. So this is where I'm either gonna do Pilex or some more Ornamec. I did some Ornamec last year, did okay. But I gotta do something about the Bermuda. This side of the driveway as well. Annihilation, that's the goal. You can see over here on my neighbor's yard where this is blonde, that's dormant Bermuda. So I've done a pretty good job controlling it. You can see the domination line, but still, I know it's here and I know it's gonna come back and I know I'm gonna need to treat it. So Pilex or Ornamec, one of the two, we'll see. So I think I need to buy me a newer, better spreader. The spreader I got now, at least the one easy spreader, it just locks up, it's not good. I'm not gonna use it. Another thing I need to do is a better job at edging. Number two goal, dead weight. Got to get rid of the dead weight. Too much dead weight around here. Having dead things in your yard does not look good. Unless it's Halloween. Then maybe. I got a dead plum tree. Gotta go. Okay, tree problem. This is my plum tree, which is dead. The reason the plum tree died, if you ask me, was because the Bradford pear tree here had a big limb that fell over onto the plum tree and killed half the plum tree and it never recovered. So I'm gonna chop that down myself and then I'm gonna have somebody come grind the stump out. I got a dead shrub on the back of the house off the deck. Gotta go. Shrewberry problem. This shrewberry is dead. But that whole shrub has got to get chopped. Probably just take a chainsaw to it. I got a Bradford pear stump. Got to go. When we grind the stump for that plum tree, I'm also going to grind the stump for this Bradford pear tree, which we took down late summer. So you see those three Bradford pear trees? All those limbs got to be trimmed. All three trees, I got to trim them way back. They're not dead, but they're going to be if you don't trim it a lot more. It's a constant chore. Number three goal, swamp versus compaction. I got a real problem with my yard in that it's not consistent. Some of my yard is really swampy. And then other parts of my yard are really compacted. They're so compacted that you can't get any grass to grow there. I found that out this past fall. So this side of the yard is my swamp. If you walk through this right here, you will sink your your shoes get muddy. I thought it was a sprinkler problem for a long time, or just the slope of the yard. I don't know what the problem is, but I know that a French drain is not an option. I loved how Alan Hain and the Lawn Care Nut put a French drain in his yard, but you see that green box way down there? That box is there. There's another one hidden in the shrubs across the street. All the power lines, the cable lines, the gas lines are buried in this neighborhood. There are no telephone poles, and they just happen to be buried right along this stretch of the yard. So a French drain is not going to work. So aerate is what I'm going to do right here. Aerate, hopefully will loosen all this and all the water will go down, and this will be dried out from the aerate, I hope. So there's my house, and this is the side of the yard, which is next to the sidewalk and the street. This side of the yard is really compacted, so I hope the aerate helps. It's so compacted that a lot of the grass seed did not take in the fall, and I put down a ton of grass seed. You can see some moss. You can see how it's very thin. Not cool. Need some aerate. So the solution to this goal is aerate. This is a next product, and I'm gonna follow John Perry's advice and just put aerate down once a month, once a month, once a month, once a month. So aerate will help the swamp part. It'll aerate the yard so that the water will go down into the yard. So that helps the swamp. The compaction, it breaks up the compaction, so air will go down. It's just better to have your soil aerated properly. Number 4 goal is to revamp the Shrewberries. So I have a Shrewberry problem. That's an old Jaybird and Molly joke. The first house we shared was on Shrewberry Lane. I don't know if it was the real estate agent or us, but the address was Shrewberry Lane. Shrubbery. But the agent or us, we were calling it Shrewberry. Anyway, I have a shrubbery problem. The shrubs are too high in the front. The boxwoods and the hollies, they need to be trimmed. Shrewberries. These shrubs, the holly on the corners, hollies on both corners, and then the big ass boxwoods, gotta go. I gotta trim them. I gotta trim them way down. I love what my neighbor did, actually. Let me show you what my neighbor did across the street.
So he hired a gardener. His boxwoods and his holly was just as big as mine, and they'd been trimmed, and they look great.
These boxwoods on the side of the house got to be trimmed too. They're just way too big. On the back of the house, I have what I call the fishbowl problem. There's this big window and no shrubs. So everybody walking down the sidewalk can just see right in and see into our kitchen. I need some shrubs there to sort of cover the windows a little bit, not 100%, but a little bit. And this is the fishbowl. You can see all these windows behind me, and if I pan around, you can see the sidewalk. So all those people walking down the sidewalk look right into the fishbowl. So I want to put shrubs.
I want to put a shrub right here, and a shrub right here, maybe 2. I got to get permission from the neighborhood committee to do the shrubs, but I need some shrubs to address the fishbowl effect. Those crepe myrtles do okay, but they're not enough.
Number 5 goal, last goal, is just to have fun. I have to have fun. Probably should have made that the first goal. If it stops being fun, I'm gonna stop doing all this stuff. But right now I'm having too much fun, and I'm looking forward to 2019 being fun. So that's a run through of my goals for the lawn for this year so far. Probably adapt and change as they go, but that's it. So thanks for watching, signing off. See you next time.